Ashley, and I want to welcome you back to yet another video of When the Beat Drops. And like always, you know I'm here to give you my 5 hottest beats and music of this week, so stay tuned for more. Okay guys, so let's dive into this week's beat. So my first beat of this week, I have to talk about Summer Tour. So we are literally, I think like a day or two. Today is like the 20th, so we're one day away from the start of summer officially. So we all know that the summertime means that our favorite artists are gonna go on tour. And as I talked about in like maybe 2 to 3 previous videos, I did state that Janet Jackson, the great, she is making a comeback. And recently this past week, she announced her new tour, the Unbreakable World Tour, and she released the dates. So the first date on the tour would be Monday, August 31st in Vancouver, and then the tour will end all the way in November, on November 12th in Honolulu, Hawaii. Yeah. So I'm very much excited, but my issue with this whole situation is that there's no New York City dates. And I specifically said when I heard that Janet was coming back, no, I have to go see Janet in concert. I've never seen her in concert, and there's people that I know that's older than me who've like went to Janet concerts and say yes, she puts on an amazing show. So I was like, yes, definitely Janet is coming back out, you know, for a fact that I have to go see her on tour. And there are absolutely no New York City dates, and I don't understand. It's not all artists that do this, but it's been frequent. Like a couple of artists, like they will go on tour and there will be actually no dates in New York City. And I figured that New York City would definitely be, you know, one of the most important cities that artists who go on tour are trying to visit. So I'm like, Janet, what's up with that? Now I don't know if it's gonna be like further dates and stuff or whatever, because her new album is supposed to actually come out this fall. So I guess like the whole world tour will kind of like cohere with the album's release. I don't know exactly when the album is releasing, but yeah. So I'm hoping that there's additional tour dates and stuff or whatever. Maybe the tour will end. Okay, if her album is coming out in the fall time and the album, and the tour ends in November, maybe the album will come out like right after the tour or something like that, hopefully. And then maybe she'll do like, I don't know, like a New York show or something, because I honestly, truthfully want to see Janet, and this whole Unbreakable World Tour is no New York City dates. That's just my issue. But if you actually want to go on, if you actually want to see if your city, if you're not in the New York area, if you want to see if your city is on the list of, you know, city she's visiting, go to janetjackson.com, and I'll actually link it below so you can check it out. And other than Janet, you know, releasing her tour dates and stuff, she also released a snippet of a new song, and I don't know if the song is supposed to be called Love, but the way she, you know, announced it and then like the lyrics, it sounds like the song is called Love. And she posted the link to her official Twitter account. I'm not gonna put it in this video because I'm not trying to deal with like copywriting issues. So what I'll do is I'll actually link the tweet, the exact tweet to be exact, where she you know, link the snippet and stuff. And I will say that the snippet, I honestly, I really liked it. You know, when you have like artists who haven't like, you know, released music in a while, you kind of wonder, okay, well, what direction are they gonna take and stuff like that. And I mentioned before that I'm a frequent watcher of the Scorpion show, and I think some of you who may watch me actually saw me in the intro and stuff or whatever. So, you know, I think it was Kevin, he's like the, you know, big Janet Jackson fan, and he was saying, you know, that I'm not accepting no Janet music unless we got something that's, you know, produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. So I'm like exactly, like that's where Janet's magic came from. So I'm excited to, you know, kind of see where this whole new music for Janet is coming from. And, you know, I will say the snippet that she released was A1. So shout outs to Miss Jackson. I'm excited for the album because ain't no tour coming to New York, but hopefully that changes. Another person who will be going on tour, and their tour will actually be starting before Janet's, is Miguel. So you guys know that I told you guys that Miguel is coming out with a new album, and the first single off of his album was his song Coffee, and that was actually a song of the week for, I don't know what video it was, but it's probably like maybe 2-3 videos ago. So aside from his album coming out, he also announced that he will be going on tour this summer, and his tour actually begins in July. And the first show is in Austin, Texas on July 24th, and then the last show is in September 4th, which will be in Los Angeles, Hollywood, California. And other than Miss Janet Jackson, he actually has, I think, like 2 shows in New York City. So yeah, I'll be sure to link the website where you can find like Miguel's tour dates and stuff or whatever. But yeah, I'm excited for summertime because, you know, summer shows, festivals and stuff or whatever, you know, that's what summer is all about. So yes. Okay guys, so moving on to our second beat of this week. The last When the Beat Drops video that I did 2 weeks ago, I talked about how the new season of Sisterhood of Hip Hop will be coming on Oxygen, and obviously you guys saw my vlog. Hopefully if you didn't, make sure you check it out. I'll be sure to link it here. But yeah, if you did not see my vlog or whatever, I didn't get a chance to talk about the first episode, so I want to talk about both the first episode and then the second episode from this week and stuff, because I might have mentioned it in previous videos sometime last year, but Sisterhood of Hip Hop is actually one of the reality shows dealing with music that I absolutely love, because, you know, it gives, you know, up and coming artists a chance to, you know, gain a fan base and, you know, show, you know, the trials and tribulations when it comes to making it as like a female rapper in this industry. And it's just like positivity, like, you know, they might go through rough patches and stuff, but, you know, ain't no bitches jumping over tables and throwing bottles and stuff. It's none of that on that show. So I really like this show. And one thing that I was excited to see when this new season started was to see like how the rappers, how the ladies on the show grew, and, you know, what was different since, you know, the first season and stuff or whatever. So I will say for a fact that I believe just about every artist that was involved with the show first season, they all came back, by the way. You know, I feel like their fan base definitely grew, and one who, you know, you can tell that their fan base grew was Saya. So in the first episode, both Saya and Naima Supreme, they had a showcase in New York City. So just like by looking at their showcase and seeing all the people that came out to see them, and I was cheering for them and rapping their songs, you can just tell. So stuff like that excites me to see that, you know, talented people actually getting their just due. So but yeah, I'll just, you know, go down the list and just tell y'all what's what within these first 2 episodes of everyone that's involved within the cast. So the first person I want to talk about is Brianna Perry. So Brianna Perry, there's actually a big difference with her whole situation since the first season. Last season, you know, she had graduated from college. She had just got this whole new record deal with Atlantic Records and stuff or whatever. She talked about everything that she's done in the industry, definitely within the Miami area since she was a little kid. And then, you know, now is like where she is in the show as of right now within the first 2 episodes is like Atlantic is just holding like a standstill. Like, she's saying that they're not giving her no money. She doesn't know what's going on with her career. So her and her mom, you know, they went to do they were in LA and they went to do a meeting with, I guess, one of the execs over at Atlantic, and they was like, yeah, so like what's good, like we don't know what's going on, like tell us what's up. So then the guy was basically saying to her that yes, you're signed to like a major label, but you gotta move as an independent artist. And, you know, being an independent artist now, especially in rap, is definitely something that is common, like is not out of the ordinary. Like a lot of artists nowadays don't even want to be signed to like major labels because they know that why be signed to a major label and, you know, have them have all this control, and I still gotta move as a solo artist and stuff. So basically, yeah, so basically he told them they had to, you know, y'all gotta start moving as, you know, as y'all independent. So now she's kind of trying to, you know, figure out, okay, well, what's next for like my career and stuff. I done graduated from school and stuff, and now I feel like I should be in a better position than where I was last year, and it seems like she's deteriorating. So within the first 2 episodes, you see her and her mom, you know, they went out to LA, and, you know, they just on a grind, like, and I appreciate that they're showing that part on the show to show us that, you know, it's not just all cotton candy and lollipops and stuff or whatever. It's not just all good. Like, there is some type of struggle. So I'm definitely excited to see what happens with Brianna throughout the season and see, you know, where she'll end up by the end of season 2. So the next person I want to talk about is Bia. Not too much is going on with Bia. We saw her get her record deal in the first season, and ever since then, you know, she's just been working. You know, she says she's been doing shows overseas. You know, in the second episode, she was seen recording, well, she was seen shooting a music video. So she's just basically working. You know, she's still under Pharrell, and that is an awesome person to be under, like, to be guided by first and foremost. So yeah, so she's just, you know, she's, you know, coming up, you know, she's, you know, progressed since last season. And then the next person I want to talk about is Diamond. So when the first episode came on, just about every cast member had been in LA within like the first 30 minutes of the episode and stuff or whatever. And then it goes on to Diamond, and Diamond, she was in Atlanta. So she had moved from New York, because in the first season she moved to Atlanta. She moved from Atlanta to New York to work on her career, and then by season 2 she had moved from New York back to Atlanta, and she was like, I think like the only one at the beginning of the episode that wasn't in LA. And you know, it was about her relationship. She got a new boyfriend, they met at the gas station, and I was like, I know Diamond is not sitting here cuffed up with her boyfriend from the gas station when she know her ass needs to be in LA working. But by the end of the episode, you know, she was in LA, but she went to Naima's and Saya's showcase, but she only went to support Saya because she's beefing with Naima again, because she said that Naima was throwing her shade on Instagram. Some BS, you know, this generation and stuff or whatever. So hopefully, you know, Diamond could progress this season. I'm hoping so, because to me, I felt like she was definitely the vet out of the entire, you know, cast, and I'm like, well, what's going on with her? So I'm hoping for great for Diamond. So yeah. The next person we have to talk about is Miss Naima Supreme. Okay, so I like Naima, pretty girl, you know, her records are cute and stuff, so I like her. So she's definitely gotten like recognition, and things have been better for her since the first season. You know, she's has like grown like a bigger fan base, you know. She's been doing showcases and having people from like record labels coming to see her. So, you know, the show's doing, you know, what it's doing. And in the second episode of the second season, her manager said to her, yeah, it was such a good response, you know, out in LA. I think that you should, you know, move to LA and kind of, you know, work on releasing your debut album there. So her dilemma within the second episode was, do I stay here in New York, or do I, you know, move to LA? And a lot of the people, you know, like family members and like close friends within the industry was kind of letting her know, well, I think that you should probably stay here in like New York, because let's be honest, when it comes to like the music industry, the two places that you definitely want to be without a doubt is either New York or LA. And I feel like, me personally, in my personal life, like, I felt like for me to want to chase my dreams to be in the entertainment industry, I felt that I had to leave the college that I started at in North Carolina to come back to New York. Because it was like, if I want to be like in entertainment and stuff or whatever, why am I in somebody's little town in North Carolina when I can go back to New York, where I'm from, to like chase my dreams? So I mean, it's a win-win situation. I figure whatever coast that she goes to and stuff or whatever. So I mean, she's on a reality show, so it's not like nobody's not knowing who Naima is. So Naima's gonna win. I think the only thing that got me with Naima was that, if you saw first season, she had went on a date with Tristan Wilds, aka Mac Wilds. You know, I'm so used to calling him Tristan because I was really in love with him since he was on Wire. So before this whole Mac Wilds situation happened. So, but they were on a date. She kind of messed up the date, and I thought it ended there. And then the second season comes, and they on some date at Chelsea Piers playing basketball, and she was like, yeah, you know, we've been dating for a year. And you know, like the subtitles at the bottom when, you know, they like name somebody, so it says Mac Wilds, Naima's boyfriend. I said, what? I I was like, I like Naima so much, but I've been in love with this man for years, and all of a sudden now this is her boyfriend. I really felt some type of way. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I don't know him, but I felt some type of way. And the fact that I'm in love with him, I was like, oh Jesus, why? But I don't know if they're still together or not. Like, you know, I haven't like seen any pictures or heard anything about them dating, and I knew nothing about it until I saw the second episode and stuff or whatever. But that's either near here or there. You know, Naima, she's definitely on the come up for a fact, without a doubt. So shout outs to her. And yeah, the last person I want to talk about, I mentioned briefly, was Saya. And I think Saya probably received the most amount of, you know, come up, if you want to call it that, since like the first season. She talked about how she released her mixtape. You know, she's been getting like a lot of love and stuff and a lot of recognition from people. She's still in somewhat, I guess you can say, like the same type of situation or in the same dilemma as the first season on whether or not, you know, she should be signed to Tank and stuff. Like, she has a manager now, but she's all like signed to Tank as like an artist. And her dilemma for the first 2 episodes so far was that Tank is not paying me enough attention, and, you know, was good. My contract is almost up and I'm thinking about signing with somebody else. And one person that she was thinking about signing with was T-Pain, because, you know, he came and he approached her and stuff or whatever. It was like, look, you know, I would love to work with you and all of this other stuff. So, you know, she a little bit hot right now. So shout out to Saya. And she's like really in the dilemma, and she had asked Bia like, okay, so what is your thoughts? And she was like, I understand there's like people that want to work with you and there's great opportunities, but she was saying, I feel like you should be loyal to people who, you know, was bringing you up when nobody even knew who you were. So I kind of understood what she was saying. So I'm interested to see what Saya is going to do come towards the end of season, well, yeah, towards the end of season 2 and stuff or whatever. So yeah, I'm really excited about, you know, Sisterhood of Hip Hop. Like I said, a positive show, very, like, this is a real show that's seriously music oriented. It be shows like Love and Hip Hop and you be like, where the hip hop at? So, but Sisterhood of Hip Hop, they got the hip hop in it, definitely. So if you don't already know, definitely watch Sisterhood of Hip Hop on Oxygen on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. And if you're not following me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, because I definitely tweet during the shows and stuff or whatever. I use the hashtags and all that. Okay guys, so we are going to now move on to our third beat of this week, and I have to do another update of Chris Brown and Karrueche. And at first I really did not want to do this because I feel like I talk about Chris Brown and Karrueche too much, but when it's like the most talked about things, I mean, what am I supposed to do? So yeah, so this week Karrueche, she came and she slapped back at Chris Brown because she was tired of his BS. So basically, you know, if you guys don't know, like, they're not together, but I think everyone knows that. But yeah, so she had recently did an interview, I think with like Hollywood Insider or something like that, and you know, she's like kind of dabbling into like acting. So, you know, this is where all these interviews and stuff is coming from. Like, she's developing like an acting career. So of course they're gonna ask Karrueche about Chris Brown. So she answered the questions and stuff or whatever, and then, you know, of course it was all over, you know, media sites and stuff. And me in particular, you know, I follow the Shade Room. So the Shade Room had posted videos of her response to the questions they asked about like Chris and his baby moms and stuff. So Chris, he done commented on, it was all on Instagram. You know how they do, everything happens on Instagram. So he was basically like, you know, low-key spazzing like, oh, if you don't want to be with me and all of this other stuff and we can't get back together, why you gotta talk about me? So then she was basically saying, this, matter of fact, let me tell you exactly what she said. So Karrueche said, first off, Chris Brown, you just did an interview with Ryan Seacrest in which you spoke about me. My interview with Access Hollywood was not entirely about you. They asked the question as a mature adult, I answered. I'm not gonna shy away from something that I lived through. I'm talking about my life and experiences. I'm not speaking on you or bashing you like I could easily do. Don't be mad at me because our relationship is over due to your lack of loyalty. You know what's weak? You forcing yourself into my car, my broken window, blowing up my phone, trying to shower me with gifts. Man the fuck up and change the BS in your life. I've told you several times, since you want to hear about my career, check out the Vanity series every Thursday on stylehall.com, Emmy-winning The Bay series this September, and Three-Headed Shark Attack on Sci-Fi next month. Best of luck to you and beautiful royalty. So I was like, yes, Karrueche, go off. He was like, if you sitting here talking about me, why don't you talk about your career? So she had to shut him down real quick. And I was like, yes, Karrueche, finally. She is getting a backbone, and she is not letting Chris bully her around no more. And she's not hiding, and she's not being shy. She's just so tired of the BS, and I'm just so happy that she finally did that. So after she did that, Chris, he made a post on his page, posting a picture of them two, saying, I'm internally thankful for you being being in a part of my life. I've learned so much from you. I wish you nothing but happiness and the best. And then he said, all I was doing was trying to fight for the woman I love. Thanks, I learned a lot. Deuces. And I'm like, y'all pray for Chris Brown. Like, I just want him to find peace. Like, we live in a crazy world. Like, just pray for him. Like, he going through it right now. He really going through it. But anyway, moving on to my fourth beat of this week, I'm going to talk about Fetty Wap. He is on the July issue of Vibe magazine's digital issue. And you know, Fetty Wap, this is a big year for him. Of course, you know, he has Trap Queen, and then he has of course My Way, and then the My Way remix with Drake is definitely popular. And then he has that I think it's 789 or something like that. I think that's a song. Baby girl, you're so damn fine though. Y'all know that song. Anyway, so yeah, Fetty Wap, he's hot right now basically, and also he's, not to mention, he's part of XXL's freshman class for 2015. So yeah, so he's on the cover of the digital issue of Vibe magazine for the month of July. So I'm just gonna read a couple of quotes and stuff or whatever from the issue. And yeah, so the author or the writer, well, the journalist who interviewed him for this was an interviewer by the name of Mikey Fresh. So he was saying to Fetty Wap, he said, there's a lot of R&B influence in your music, but was it rap music specifically that caught your attention, or were there other genres that you were into? He said, it was rap, definitely. I didn't listen to music that much when I was young. It wasn't until I found out about Gucci Mane. He said, that was really when I got into music. My first iPod just had Guap's Chicken Talk mixtape on it at first. I remember when I got it, the first song I heard was Chicken Talk with DJ Burn 1. Ever since then, I was hooked. So I think he's been very open in a lot of interviews, saying that the whole music thing and like him recording music and mixtapes and all that other stuff didn't really happen until like the past, I think, like maybe three years or something like that. So he's still pretty much new to like the whole music scene and whatnot, but he definitely names Gucci Mane as an influence when it comes to him, you know, being a rapper. The next quote I want to read is, they said something about his publicist saying that any day that Fetty's not working or doing shows, he's with his kids. So Fetty, he responded to that by saying, I don't really be having no days off. That's why the mothers of my kids don't really complain. It's not like I'm not around for no reason. They know I'm doing what I can and that I'm out working to provide for them. I don't like leaving my kids, so I don't like just going to see them for no hour or two and then I be in the studio for 7 hours. When I first started, I was with my kids for 7 hours and the studio was only 1 or 2 hours because I only had money for that little bit of studio time. So yeah, I think I know he has a son, and I think recently, like not too long ago, he just had like a baby girl. Like she's like probably like she's still a newborn or something like that. But his daughter's adorable. Anyway, so yeah. Shout outs to him and his 2 kids. And the last quote that I want to read is at the end of the interview, he was asked, what do you see yourself within the next 10 years? He says, I see myself living in a house in Georgia, watching my kids go to school every day, sitting on my porch, looking at my cars, watching people ride past. It ain't all about the money to me. I always knew how to make money. I just always wanted to be living good. That's it. Some people work like 16 hours every day for their whole life and never get to enjoy anything. But I don't want to do that. I just want to enjoy my life. So yeah, I'll be sure to link the his feature in Vibe magazine and stuff. That way you guys can, you know, read and, you know, learn a little bit more about Mr. Fetty Wap, you know, the one who's definitely gonna have the summer on lock. So that rhyme. Anyway, so let me go on to my 5th beat of this week. And my 5th beat of this week, I have to talk about Lil B. Like, this was like the talk of the beginning of the week. So I'll be honest, I don't know a Lil B song. I know of him, but I don't know a song. His type of rap is not really my interest. So yeah, but this week he was on ESPN Sportsnation, and basically they had him on the show because apparently he be out here cursing people, and when he curses people, it's a rap or whatever. Anybody who like talks bad about him or like uses like his he does like the cooking dance. I don't know if I'm doing it right anyway, but so if anybody uses his cooking dance or something like that, or if they talk bad about him, you know, they get cursed or whatever. So like they were asking him, so did you curse James Harden or did you curse LeBron James, like some BS or whatever. But it's not about him cursing people or putting a curse on people and stuff or whatever. Everyone was talking because homeboy was dressed like somebody's grandmother, and my grandmother doesn't even dress the way he dresses. Like homeboy had on like this, like he had on like this church Sunday hat with like these chandelier earrings and then like this lace top, and I'm like, why? Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. Like, when Troy Ave sat there and called Kendrick Lamar a weirdo rapper, no. A weirdo rapper is what you call Lil B. Like, I really don't, I don't understand. Like, and it was like so many people that was just like coming for him. I think Kevin McCall had came for him, and he said, yo, like, this is, what the hell is this? But eventually he deleted his post. I don't know if he didn't want to get cursed by him or whatever the case may be. But I just don't get it. Like, I really don't get it. And my school, like, they have like a music festival like every year or something like that. And last year they had Lil B. I said, absolutely not, I'm not staying here. I was like, hell no, forget y'all and y'all music. I was out. Like, I don't get him. I don't get him. Like, I don't like to judge people, but it's like, look, boy, pray for the youth. Pray for my generation, because we all types of messed up. But yeah, those are my 5 hot beats for this week. Okay guys, so I want to thank you for tuning into this week's video, and like always, you know, I have to remind you guys to comment on my videos, like my videos, subscribe to my channel, and share my videos with others. I have absolutely no notes for you guys this week, so of course, you know, I have to leave you with my song of the week, and I decided that my song of the week should definitely be Tupac Shakur's song Changes from 1998. There is so much going on in this world nowadays that is crazy, and I'm sure you guys definitely heard about the murders that happened within the church in Charleston, South Carolina. So my condolences to all of the families affected by that situation. It's just, it needs to definitely be some changes. And also felt that the song was suited because this past week was also Tupac Shakur's birthday, and I think he would have been like 44 or something like that. So yeah, Tupac Changes, song of the week. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys again. So yeah, bye. Hey guys, thank you for watching, and don't forget to share and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.